Yo, yo. Hey, Jenny.
Hi, how are you guys?
Nice to see you. You look very nice today. I see you did your hair up just for today.
Yep, chose purple today.
What's up, Kiana? Congrats on number 4 coming.
Hey Dave, thank you.
You guys excited?
We think we're excited, but we're also like, oh my gosh, what have we done?
Are you surprised or where are we at?
Yeah, I think we were well, no, that's not true because we have the other guy, he turns 2 next month. So we're like, he's gonna need a friend because the other
Julio.
two have each other. So, you
Well,
know,
I'm very happy for you. Do you know is it a little too early to know if it's a boy or girl?
it's a boy. Yeah, I'm 32 weeks today.
Really?
Yeah, so we're pretty far along.
You, you gotta wait. You waited to announce it, which is a good thing, right?
Yeah. Well, we weren't gonna find out, so we just found out and then we announced it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I wouldn't have brought it up, but you put it on the internet. So
Yeah.
there you go. What's up, Andy?
Sorry, I'm walking around with my phone in my pocket. What's going on, Dave? Been just busy lately.
Good. I see you posting in the chat a little bit.
Yeah, that was a unsuspected minor inconvenience, but we'll get past it.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. You want to kick this thing off, RJ?
Yeah. Happy Friday, everybody. Good to see everybody. Hang on, I'm doing a little emceeing here, getting people in. Give me a second. Thank you for joining. That we got the usual suspects on the Wednesday call. Jenny's connecting with Mike. Mike trying to wholesale some properties to Jenny. I love to see that. If I was a wholesaler, I'm getting it with every single buyer in this group. It's gonna make life a lot easier. So hopefully you guys got connected. And let's see who else is on here. That's Tony. What's up, Tony? All right. Today is a support call day. So please continue to go through the launch module. Shay, someone's at the door. Forget who we have coming in today. Anyways, so continue going through the modules because there's some new modules that we've put out. There's some updates. And if you have any questions about that, this is the time to kind of pick our brain, so that we can help you guys move forward in whatever direction you're going, whether it's fix and flip, novations, buy and hold. This is what this call is about. So, I think it was you, Jenny, that was here first. Do you have any updates for us? Any questions? Anything that we can help you with?
Yeah, I do need some help. I got my first PPL lead. Washington Courthouse,
Hang on.
and I went out to see the property like immediately. It's a 2-1. at 800 square feet's really small, 816 square feet.
Well,
Yeah. And it's, I ran, like, what, I got together all the numbers, you know, that we usually do on like the Wednesday call to kind of figure out my max allowable offer. And I think I know what that should be, but I wanted to just, like, I have it in a Word document. I could put it out in the chat and have, like, I hate to take, I don't want to like take everybody's time here, but I was just thinking about it.
we've got an hour. It's a, you know, small group, so I like it when it's small like this. We can get to everybody,
Okay,
but we got a lot of time, so yeah, if
Do
you
you,
Go for
or
it.
is it more practical to go through everybody else and then Jenny, you could have the
yeah,
whole
we can come
back half
back.
the call?
Sure.
We can
Yep. We
do
could do
that.
that. Yep, that
Sounds
makes
good.
sense.
All right, let's do that. We will be evaluating Jenny's call. So if you, or deal. So if you want to stick around for that, you're going to want to. Kiana, you were next. Kiana's got a baby on the way. Number 4.
I don't have anything really support call wise. I haven't really been focusing on wholesaling a lot. I've actually kind of been doing like more of like the realtor side of things. I'd partnered with a lady in my office. But if something still comes up that is, I think, you know, wholesale worthy, I'm still gonna go. Sorry. But yeah, that's it really for me at the moment. We're kind of debating selling our West Side rental. I don't have a solid reason why. It doesn't really cash flow. The tenants are fine. There hasn't really been any issues. But we don't you made that post about extra income being like the oxygen of the business.
It is.
And I think because we don't really have that, there's a part of me in the back of my head that's like, maybe we should just sell it and use the profits from that. I don't know to do what with, but
That's fine. Did you
yeah.
did you see the one guy's replies like, oh, you also got to factor in depreciation and appreciation?
Yeah.
Did you see my reply to him?
No, I did not.
I said, I fully disagree with you. If something doesn't cash flow, that's priority number 1.
Yeah.
I used to deal with this a lot, and I've seen this over the years of like people in California. They're like, well, we're buying these rentals. They pay too much for stuff, but then they justify a bad investment with like, oh, well, we get tax savings. It's a tax shelter. It's all bullshit.
Yeah.
It's gotta cash flow.
Got a cash
Or
flow. That's how I feel
yeah.
too. Because those are your numbers, right?
No,
Those are
you're
your
right. You're right.
expenses
Not
and
him.
maintenance. And I don't want to come out of pocket for that crap. So
No, it's yeah.
that makes no sense, which I haven't had to, but you know, the possibility is always there because there's not a huge spread.
How much equity you got in him?
About 30,000 ish, maybe a little bit more. We're all in for 110. It's worth 150. I don't know if I'd get 150 though. Like, I don't know if a retail buyer would want to. It's a 2-1, same like the one Jenny looked at. It's a 2-1, like 800 square feet. I mean, we did fully fix it up when we bought it. We renovated it. I don't know.
It's always a personal decision. It's always you know, whatever your cash position is, there's a lot of variables to any decision like that. Like where's your
Yeah.
cash position and you know, what's the current P&L of the property? Doesn't sound like it's very lucrative, but
Yeah.
not losing money. So that will
Not
be a
losing
personal
money.
decision for you and Fernando.
Yeah. Sounds good. Well, I'm glad you agree because I'm like, if there's no cash flow, like for us at
Correct.
this stage, well, what the hell's the point? Yeah. Okay.
is there no cash flow just because you had to kind of, when you were originally underwriting it, did things change with like insurance and stuff like that, or?
Things did change. I don't know if it was the calculator we used, but we thought first of all we would burr it and then walk away with 10K. We end up coming to the table with like $600. So we're like, okay, well that already didn't work out.
Jeez.
And then it's just, you know, it's off of like Mound and like Clarendon area. So, you know, market rents aren't great. They pay 11.75, which I think is, you know, decent. They're not on a voucher, so they, you know, they pay out of pocket. They're typically late. but they do always pay. It's just a young couple.
Mhm.
You know, so there's just a little, once you factor in like paying for water, there's just like a little spread there, but it's not much. But in the back of my head, I'm like, is this worth it? Maybe we should just keep it because we aren't negative, you know. There's a little something there.
I think you just if you're gonna have the cash, make sure you have a plan for it.
Yeah.
Really think what you're gonna do with it. So be good with that 30K or 20K or whatever it falls on,
Mm-hmm.
and have a plan. I'm gonna put this towards marketing, I'm gonna put this in savings, I'm gonna
Right.
do this, and um because I don't know. There's this book that it's a good book. It's called Love Money, Money Loves You. Uh
Love money. Money loves you.
yeah, I'll put it in
Okay.
here. It's all about the flow of money.
Yeah.
It needs to go somewhere. If it's sitting in your account, dying, basically, it's dying.
Yep. Yep.
Then you stop the flow of money.
Okay,
So
I'm writing it down.
it goes somewhere like you're providing value with that money. You're trying to help somebody with their house problem. That's the marketing that you're going to do. Put it into like a high yield savings account.
Mm-hmm.
Money's got to be working.
Yeah.
Or else if you stop the flow of money, then you're not going to get any money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so a lot of our money problems because of how we are like feeling towards the money.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has it. I've had it. Dave had it. We all
Yeah.
have, you know. So you
Yeah.
got
Holding on tight is a killer. You know, we're selling, not to interrupt you, RJ, but we're selling stuff like now. And every day I think, why didn't we fucking sell this 2 years ago? Because it was like, oh, I want to own. It's not about how many doors you own. It's about profit. It's about cash flow. That's why I
Yeah.
disagreed with that guy's comment to you. No, what are you
Yeah.
talking about, man?
Yeah.
No, no, no. You got to make money. Profit first, right?
Yeah.
Number one
Okay. That's
KPI,
great.
straight up.
I love it.
But
Yeah.
no, I mean, holding on too tight for the sake of owning doors is like very foolish.
Yeah. A lot of people
That's
do
like
that,
not letting
especially the
money flow.
number. Yeah. They want to be able to say that they have X amount of doors, they did X amount of flips, right? It just feeds their ego. But I'm just like,
Been there, done that.
yeah.
Foolish. It's this holding
Um,
on. Yeah, go ahead,
Yeah.
RJ.
so
Okay. That's
just
good.
just have a plan with it, execute the
Mm-hmm.
plan. Learn from this go around why it didn't cash flow when you initially had run the numbers,
Yeah.
and then move on and
Yeah.
get one that does a little bit
Mhm.
better,
Sounds good.
and then if it was because of the fees, then whoever did the uh loan for you, just make sure you have all of that up front, and
Hmm.
add those expenses, and you do better on the next one.
Yeah.
What's this thing? Are you just breaking even?
If we sold it,
No, the cash flow situation.
um, no, well, see, I'm not putting really anything up for maintenance and like CapEx and things like that. So there's like I think the $160 a month is what's left over. But then, we gotta take out at least like $80 from that a month for water, right? So let's just say there's $80. But if I put that up for, maintenance and expenses, then we're breaking even. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I think you know the answer to that, and then you have a plan with what you're going to do with the money. So
Yeah. I think that's what I don't have is a plan of what to do with the money, but I can make one.
Nothing wrong with having some cash and waiting for a play, you know?
Yeah.
You got a baby on the way, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Formula ain't cheap.
Sounds good, guys.
A little war chest money. Never hurt
Yeah.
anybody.
Yeah. Which gives me huge peace of mind. Like just having money in the bank is just like I sleep so well at night, just knowing that there's like a solid like nest egg.
Well, not only that, but it's like, oh yeah, we're getting all these tax benefits. It's like, well, I know Fernando's got a good job and you got a good job. It's like, you guys bringing in $500,000 a year? I don't know that you are. You're like, do you really need all these tax breaks? And it's like, that's like a move of like people who are bringing in some pretty serious income that they're going to have a large tax bill. And I
Yeah.
think you own the home you live in too, right?
Yeah, and it's a duplex, so we have
That's what I
10
mean. You got
next door.
write-off, so that's my feedback.
Okay, that's good.
It's all good,
Thank you.
of course. I believe we had Tony. Oh no, well, see, I was gonna call on Tony next because he had his camera on, but Andy is now has his camera on, and since he was here first, we will be sending it over to Mr. Busy, who's making moves. Andy, how can we help you today?
Trying to make moves. So I had
Good morning,
a former employee of mine reach out, and she's interested in selling our house. So I went over and looked at it this morning. She texted me last night, stopped by at 8:15 this morning, walked through it. Haven't had a chance to crunch numbers on it, but I think it's probably a pretty good opportunity for a rental. And gonna sit down this afternoon once I get slowed down and possibly have an avenue there. I don't know that it's going to be it's going to necessarily fit into the 70% rule all in, but it's in a good neighborhood, and as long as the numbers line up, probably $118,000 house is what she wants for it. So it's probably a pretty good opportunity, and it will fit in the 1% rule, because I think rent in that area, I can probably get $1,250, $1,300 for it, and not have to have a ton of money going into it as far as what I've got to do to get it rent ready.
How would you fund it?
I mean, I'll just probably pay cash for it, and then do a cash out on it
What's the
once.
ARV?
I haven't had an opportunity to crunch the numbers.
Okay.
I think my gut tells me it's somewhere around 150. I think I'm gonna buy it for 118. As long as I sit down and the numbers line up. 118, probably less than 10 in it. Needs 8 windows. Probably have to do some LVP just to dress it up. It has LVP in it now, but there's a bunch missing. And I don't know that I can duplicate it. If I can duplicate it, I'll just fit it. But if I can't, I'll have to. But it's got a new AC, relatively new hot water tank, and the furnace is probably on the side to see the manufacturer date, but it looks like about a 10-year-old furnace. So really doesn't need a ton. It has a rubber roof, which is the only concern, because it was formerly a building, and they converted it.
Oh, I was just gonna
Go
say,
ahead.
I think it's cool that you guys are getting referrals. Tate's getting referrals too. You guys are just kind of attracting opportunities. So you need more data. You don't know the ARV yet, so it's a good opportunity for you guys to get into it. Have Alicia, that's your wife, right? I always want to say Alicia. It's Alicia. Is that right?
Alicia, yep.
Have her get on that MLS, run comps. So you guys start digging in, doing your due diligence. Have you walked through it yet?
Yeah, I went through it this morning.
Okay, cool. Yeah. It sounds like it could be a deal.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah, it's
looking forward to going through that with
just the gut test, and just knowledge of houses in the area tells me that it's a deal. But it's still got to line up numbers wise, but I think it does.
Very good. Keep us posted on that. And what's going on with this tenant situation that you posted about?
So he reached out in January and wanted to renew her lease that expires at the end of this month. So she was, 90 days ahead. I was going to reach out at the beginning of February. She beat me to it. So she re-upped in January. And she texted me yesterday and said, "Hey, do you have 5 minutes for a phone call? I need to talk to you." I'm like, "Okay, sure." And I had just been over at the property because I had an HVAC issue upstairs yesterday morning. So I figured maybe she saw me there and, thought of something that needed worked on, whatever. And I call her and she's like, "Hey, this is kind of unexpected, but I've been talking to a realtor and I think I found a house that I want to put an offer on, and wanted to see what that looked like as far as breaking my lease." And it was 8 o'clock last night, and I didn't have the lease in front of me, and I forgot what all the language was in it. I said, I'm not prepared to answer that question. I said, you did sign a lease. Your existing lease is up at the end of this month. And I did know that there was 60 days notice if she wasn't going to stay at the end of her lease. So, after reading through the lease last night, I mean, it basically sounds like the way the lease reads is she's on the hook until I find another tenant. And I have, like it says, I have to make a reasonable attempt to release the unit. But I think I might be able to get a little bit more out of it, just because last time I listed it a year ago, I had it leased in 4 days and had a ton of action on it. So not ideal, not expected. It's not a huge inconvenience. It's just, wasn't mentally prepared for it. But very often we're not. So nothing we can't overcome.
Well, my feedback is the last thing you want is, trying to keep them in there. Oh, you got to honor your lease. Now you got this terrible relationship and this and that.
Right.
But if you could maybe have them leave the place in excellent, pristine condition and end up walking away, keeping the deposit. And then if you can somehow get involved, I don't know, that was just an idea about having your wife maybe even submit the offer for them. If you can keep the deposit,
Right.
make a commission on it, and get a property back in pristine condition, that's a lot better than having a pissed off tenant who knows how they're going to leave your place. And it's going to be a very awkward remaining 8 months or so. If you
no, it'd be a year, because the lease starts 1st of April, so the one she signed. But so I was in the unit less than 30 days ago, and it's in perfect shape. So I don't think I've got, she's a 750 credit score with a master's degree and a social worker, so she's not gonna trash the place out of spite. It sounds like that's probably the right move, is just to work with her, hold her to it. She's got to pay for it until I get it released.
I do want to keep that deposit though. RJ, any feedback on Andy's? We were chatting about it in the.
Just think that that she's honoring her lease. If she's gonna break it, then work with her on getting some of that rental payment. If not, just go through it with the deposit, keep the deposit. Fair and firm is the way that we manage. So fair but firm. And I think you've got some good options here with her. So
hate to lose her because she's been a great tenant. I mean, but there's other great tenants out there. Just got to find them.
Where's the rental? In
Lancaster. Yeah.
You're gonna find somebody fast.
Yeah. I it's taken me. My upstairs tenant's been there. She's on her 4th lease now. It took me less than 10 days, and part of some of that time was tied up just because Alicia had surgery the week that I listed it, and had a couple days where I couldn't do showings. And then this one, it was rented less than a week. So.
Yeah.
So. Cool. Yeah, got some stuff happening. Just hopefully this other deal lines up and makes sense, and we can get moving on it. Haven't had too many leads come through on property leads. I had one probably 10 days ago, and just couldn't get the person on the phone, and applied for a refund. So that's about it.
So it happens to us, but this month we have 2 contracts from paper leads.
My biggest thing on the wholesaling front right now just seems to be, this is March is the busiest month of the year at work, from a retail perspective, and just finding the time to really drill down and have that focus to be able to call someone as soon as a lead comes in. You know, I probably missed one by 30 minutes, and I've thought about maybe if I crank up the advertising spend and maybe hire a VA. But I don't know that I'm ready to do that yet. I just don't know that I'm there yet, because I'm not even doing a deal.
Can your wife, does your wife have time to touch base with the lead?
She does. Alicia is she's an introvert. She does not relish being on the phone with people. So it's not her thing. She's not, we're polar opposites as far as personality type. She's very quiet, laid back, and reserved. Sales is not her thing. So,
Got it.
From a, doing paperwork, that kind of stuff, she's great. She'll do it all day long. It's just getting her on the phone with someone. It's not her MO, unfortunately, for me.
Do you have time to text them at least?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I would do that at least. If you don't have this, hey, saw that you called, I'm gonna be able to, like, when is a good time to hop on the phone and talk about the house that you have for sale? Goes a long way with these type of leads.
Right.
You can send it to me, Andy. I'll call. I have time.
Okay.
I spent all morning watching cartoons.
That was the other thing is, if you want to partner with somebody, either if it's, something that you guys can list or wholesale together, that's the other one.
Right.
So.
Good idea.
Love seeing the collaborations happening in this,
Cool.
in our community. All right. Well, Andy, keep us in the loop of what's going on with these property leads. If you have any questions, we're here. So we're moving on to I think Tony's next.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. I've got a lot going on. And in fact, I'm kind of like Jenny. I actually have a property that I went and looked at, that I'm having some issues kind of gauging the after repair value. It's one of those where it's a really nice house. It was built in 1900, but it's a really fantastic house. Here, let me probably one of the nicer houses on the block. Anyways, it's in Bell Fountain. It's an interesting situation. It's an inherited home. Two want to sell their position in it. The third actually wants to live there and willing to give up their third, to pay for rent. Doesn't necessarily have to be that way, but this is one of the exiting options they were trying to entertain. So don't know if you guys have been in a situation like that.
What's the plan here? You want to list it?
I'm trying to figure out that plan. I'm trying to figure out what exactly that plan is going to be. I think that the best strategy is probably to be taken to the MLS. They've had a bunch of wholesalers come to them. Even had an appraisal done on the property. And long story short, I went and met them. They're conceived, so the guy was out the bag. Meeting went really, really well, and they're just looking to me for any exit opportunities that I could provide them. And it's owned outright. So
what was their appraisal for?
They just wanted, it looks like they just had the appraisal done on it, just to see the value.
No. What did it come in at?
Oh, 187.
Okay. And obviously the house needs quite a bit of clean out. I mean, these people have been living there for years and they still live there. Where are they moving to?
Well, that's the thing. The one is actually living in it. The other two live in Columbus, but the one is currently living in it and prefer to stay in it. Supposedly he has a place to go, but that's what has been pointed to me.
And I missed that one part. Who's living in it? This, like, did they inherit it or?
Yes. So there's three siblings inherited the home. It's owned outright. One of the siblings wants to live there and is currently staying.
Okay. My 2 cents is, well, first off, are all the siblings on board to sell this thing? We run into that too.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, here's the thing. They sound like responsible people because they hired an appraiser to come out there and they want to make sure they're making the right decision and whatnot. I know it's tough for you to find the ARV. They're not wanting to put any work into the property, are they?
No.
Hmm. So, I mean, my approach for you, maybe RJ has a different approach.
Did I give you enough room?
And just to clarify, maybe a clean, but even for a clean out, they're like, no.
Clean out
What
on
would-
that sucker is gonna be several G bars.
Yeah.
At least 5, probably more.
Yeah.
Well, I've reached out to a couple individuals, and I've received quotes. So, but part of the too is there's sentimental value, and
Of
there's a lot
course,
of it
of
that's
course.
not
That looks like
trash.
a well lived in house. That looks like the kind of house that many Christmases have been spent there, and many looks like a lot of memories in that house. It actually feels very wholesome when I go through these pictures, And maybe I'm talking like I would be talking to a seller because I've spent so much time with sellers now. I kind of have more empathy, since I'm in the trenches on the phone. I would approach it as a listing, Tony. Help these people get
Yes.
as much as they possibly can for this property. I think that's my feedback. I mean,
That's exactly what I'm doing.
yeah. So do that and say, I'm going to get as damn much as I possibly can for you. Take your best shot at this thing for a price, if they all agree on it, and see what the market bears and see what the market gives us and get this sucker on the market. And we're headed into selling season and, get a great testimonial from these people because there's a lot of memories in this house and that's the play, in my opinion.
Good. And if anybody's interested, in a deal here, they're going to go off market either way. I just wanted this. It's a wonderful home, but it's a walkout base for 900. It's just incredible. So, okay, well, yeah, that was the game plan. I was trying to come to head as where I think it would be. I really the potential is going to be high and older, anybody perspective, I believe, but I kind of see where it needs to be, current market value. And anyways, I just wanted to get a little input from your or opinion there. So I guess there's not really a play had there other than just taking this to the market, presenting to any prospective buyers that the third party wants to actually inhabit home as well, right?
Your audio is kind of cutting out a little bit, in and out. But I think what you're trying to do is see if there's an opportunity, if somebody wants, like, what would an investor do here, Tony? Is there an opportunity to flip this? Or is this more like a buy and hold play? You can't do the burst strategy here, right? Because it needs probably updated to 2025 standards.
I mean, and not to cut you off, but the price on a burr would be coming in so low. I mean, if an investor is coming in, they're chopping these people's legs off. Yeah, I mean, you
Right.
have to. The ARV is
Yeah.
189, maybe. And you're having a tough
No,
time finding probably the true ARV. Yeah, I mean, anybody who
no,
looks at
no,
this
I
thing
think that I think the current condition, that's current condition which I was appraised at was the 175. The
75.
ARV is going to be north of 300.
And what are the
Um,
rents for this thing?
what are rents?
Yeah.
I guess above 1,700. I tried to look at Rentometer. Couldn't really see anything. I had looked Zillow. Yeah, Zillow says 1,437,
Yeah.
but I'm seeing rents north of that.
Oh, so it's
So
you know, you got to look at it from like what are DSCR loans going to be, like where the rates are in the 6 and 7s. So if the ARV is 300, 75% of that is 225. And what is the loan amount on a 225? Like, what does that look like? Because you got a DSCR requirement, excuse me. 1,400 looks like to be the payment on that. So if you're going to present this to a Burr guy, he's going to have some trouble trying to come up with that rent. Unless the rent is going to be around 2,000, then he doesn't have that trouble because he's going to get denied for a loan. Does everybody understand what I just did there? I'm just taking
yeah,
300, 75% of that, 225. You get an interest rate of 7.5%. I'm just going high end. You know, so then the Burr guy is calculating, is reverse engineering. Well, can I make my DSCR requirement on there if I'm looking at the rents in the area, and if it's at 14 to 1,700, it's going to probably be pretty tough. Now if there's if there's programs out there that are different now, I don't. Someone called me recently about a 40-year product. I got to call that guy back. But, you know, based on what I'm seeing, our last loan proposal that we got, it's 30 years, 7.5%, you know, 75% of the after repair value is what we're seeing still. There's 80% products out there, but that's what we're seeing. So the Burr guy will probably pass. And now you've got someone that wants to fix and flip, you know, they're looking at 187, and you got to see if there's any fix and flippers out there that want to take this on. And there might be, but where, you know, they got the appraisal, is that what they want for it? 175? Or they
it's I think it was 187, 187.5. They've had offers, you know, lower than that. I think that's what they would like to get, is around there. But again, that would require going to the market, you know, and I've conveyed this. But yeah, I'm seeing it the same way you are, you know. I'm not necessarily seeing rents that are comparable, but yeah, at the same time, I do see it needs to be at least $2,000. So, okay, well,
yeah.
that's all I got. You know, I'm just looking at what all strategies they might have, and yeah, that's it. I've got a bunch of other stuff going on too. It's actually awesome. So, but that's all I got for now. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Being awesome.
We are going over to, since his camera's on, Mr. Andre.
So I have a property that I'm going to look at today. It's a landlord that's selling it. The property is occupied, and it has some code violations. So the lady is just tired of dealing with this. It's an older house. She's tired of dealing with the city and all of their requirements. So she's just ready to sell it. She's asking I think it was 180, and I don't know what the ARV is yet because I haven't had enough time to do much research on it. But I'm gonna go by and do a walkthrough while the tenant is there, and see if it's something I'm able to do, either fix it up myself or find another person to buy it off of me and fix it. So
Make
that's
sure
what
you, oh, didn't mean to cut you off. Just make sure you take a bunch of pictures when you go there. Sometimes people do walkthroughs and they don't. We've had
Yeah.
these on these calls. It's like, well, what does it look like? It's like, oh, I forgot to take pictures. Well,
Yeah,
we
no,
need pictures.
I'm a picture guy, so I take pictures of everything.
Lots of pictures and get it low, man. I mean, come on. How's the tenant situation? Does she have proof of payment, this landlord?
I haven't asked her for any of that, but I will. Proof of
Yeah.
payment. She said that the tenant's been there, I believe, 6 or 7 years. A lady with 2 kids. So she said it's a long-term tenant. She's just tired of dealing with the code violations.
And
So.
here's the thing, and you can say this with wholeheartedness, Mrs. Seller, if you bring this thing to the market with a realtor, not only are you on the hook for all the commissions, they're going to make you fix these code violations out of your pocket before you close. This is how it is. We got to get this thing moving. Code violations, they're just going to keep tacking them on. You're on the radar of the city. Listen, let's move quick. How long has she owned it? The tenant's been there for 7 years, so she probably owns it free and clear, right?
She said she's owned it for a while. Yeah, it's free and clear.
Listen, let's get rid of this thing. Unless you want to put the money in, I'm a contractor. I'll help you, but let's clear the code violations and I'll help you bring it to market. Treat it like a novation. But if you don't have the money to fix this thing up and clear these violations, let's look at a cash deal. I mean, are you prepared to get this thing done and to get it low?
Now, can you do a novation? Can you do a novation with the tenant in place, or does the tenant have to leave?
No, but I mean, as you know, in your years of rehabbing properties, putting work into a property when it's occupied adds risk. Somebody steps on a nail, one of these kids steps on a nail, somebody's getting sued.
Okay. Right.
So yeah, but you could put this thing on the market. You just got to fully disclose it, and what you're doing.
Okay.
But try to get it cheap, try to get a deal, and either buy it for yourself with one of the lenders we work with and fund it for yourself if you wanted to. I know you're in a cash position where it's a little tight, so I would be thinking wholesale if I was you, or raise private money where you can pay yourself a chunk up front. If you're thinking about buying it as a rental, I'm thinking private money. I'm thinking nice payday up front if the numbers make sense. But I'm thinking get this thing as cheap as you possibly freaking can.
Okay. I'll let you know how it goes today.
Rooting for you. We need a hit of cash over there, Andre, don't we?
Right.
Well, there we go. This is why we always talk about cash position. It's all good. It's all good.
All right. Well, thanks.
You got it, buddy. I think that is it. Jenny, let's talk about your deal.
We got through everybody. What about Mike? Did we get to Mike?
No camera, no call out.
Oh,
That rule was established.
Yeah, I'm at work, so I'm not even supposed to be on this meeting.
All right. Well, that got his attention. That got his attention. What do you got for us, Mike?
So, my thing is the PL leads. Man, we've been putting in money for the PL, and I mean thousands of dollars. And the thing is, we're getting people that said they don't want to sell their house automatically. You got people who's wrong numbers, incorrect emails, stuff like that. So I mean, but we still haven't got a lead from it yet.
Get a refund. I mean, it's crazy.
They're not selling, get a refund. And then if you can't get if there's no right phone number, then skip trace. And if they're not interested in selling after you do that, get a refund. That's why we like property leads, because you can go and refund it
that's what we doing. We're getting the money back. The money is coming back, but it's just like so many of them. So this is like the 10th one, so it's like it's hard. It's I didn't know, is there like a way we doing it or something? I'm trying to figure out why every lead is like that. So
I would go back to, was it James or Steve that you're dealing with?
No, Steve.
Okay. You know what to do. You got to give him the feedback.
Okay, gotcha.
Here's the thing with property leads. It's working for us, it's working for Tate, it's working for people that are using it. And then it's not working for some others, you know? So it works for people and then it doesn't work for people. If you're not happy with it, then there's motivated leads, there's iSpeed for lead, there's other property lead providers, there's Lead Zolo. We are going to always promote something that's worked for us. We're not saying it's going to work for
Okay,
you
yeah.
unless you go and try it. I like property leads because I can go and
24.
refund it, right? Because I can get my money back for the leads that they tell, like that they send me that are not good leads. I like it for that fact, and then we've made money on that. So I'm always tracking. If
Okay.
you tracked your spend and you're not seeing it, how long you've been using property leads?
So it's been since December.
Okay. And no money has come about with property leads?
No, the only deal we had from there is that that house was like 600 grand. And we got it down to like 400. And it's problem is only the wife is signing, not the husband. But that's the only closest we got from a lead, good lead from that site. So
So what have you done with how many leads have you gotten from the source?
and I'm gonna say 25 probably. Yeah, 25. And I know in the 20s for sure.
So you got 20 leads.
Yes.
Okay. And how much is your spend?
It was 500 a month. We just upped it to 1,500 a month, and we just upped that this month. So
Okay. So you've got 3 grand into it.
um, yeah, about 3 grand. Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. And you got 20 something leads.
Two, three, four. Yep, because we was paying like 150 to 200 on the lead.
And you're in Ohio. Yeah. That's right
It's not
about,
bad.
it's not bad. So there is no like magic sauce to the property leads. There
Nope.
really isn't.
No, okay.
So if
Yeah,
you,
I was just trying to figure out if something I'm doing wrong with it, or it's just
no,
a numbers game. We gotta wait. So,
got 20 leads that you have to work. And if
yes.
some of them are saying they're not interested, get your money back,
Okay.
you know? It's pretty simple. And if you're not happy with the quality of leads, let Steve know. And motivated leads, it's working for Quarry. Same type of company. They put out the marketing out there for you, present you with the leads. Lead Zolo is another company that does the same thing. iSpeed for lead. Jenny didn't like them. Maybe it'll work for you. So that's it. And then if you got leads that you're kind of close on, but you don't know how to approach it, Monday calls.
Hell
Gotcha.
yeah.
And I
That's
will say, I just want to let everybody know in the group, like a website, you guys should have a website. I mean, because like the past, I say month, 2 months, I've been getting leads from my website.
Same with us,
And
bro.
it surprised me because I'm like, not many people might go to it, but you'd be surprised who's looking it up online and try to find, someone to buy their house. So,
yeah.
Hey,
Bro.
Mike, what's your website address so I can look it up?
it's Sell House Now Columbus.
Sell House Now Columbus. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what you got to do, and I've preached this numerous times, and there's videos in school about this, and I've put a whole training together about this. Create a YouTube channel, start creating content, not only sell our testimonials, but deal evaluation. Hey, everybody, it's Mike again. I'm just talking about a lead that I just talked to. I helped a lady out in Marion. Even if you don't do the deal, you start pumping content, and then in the description of your video, you hyperlink your website because Google owns YouTube. So then you just write these super keyword friendly descriptions. I'll send you, Mike, I'll put it in the chat, our website, or I'm sorry, our YouTube channel, and you don't have to watch the videos, but just look at the descriptions, how they're all set up. It's keywords, 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 all this shit. We get leads every week. And we do zero promotional SEO with this site. Every week something comes through. Is that where Hannah came from, RJ? Do you know?
Let me check.
I think it did. I mean, we're pulling
Yeah.
30 rip on one tomorrow or next week.
Actually, that's that they called in, but the only way that they can see it is either through YouTube or our site, you know.
Banger deal.
Anywho, but
Yeah, stay with it. That's that mentality, Mike, of like, oh, I don't know if anyone's going to visit my site. That's how everyone, that's the 99% right there. Be the 1% who actually has a site, and then be the extra 1% that actually creates a YouTube channel and starts driving traffic to the site. You'll be in the winner circle before you know it. It's got to take the
Hold on just a
action.
minute.
Then I got one last question. That's cool.
mhm.
So do you guys vet your buyers? And if you do, how do you vet them? Because I noticed, like, 'cause I've been marketing in Facebook, I've been getting a lot of hits too on these ads, but some people are just like another wholesaler, which I can JV with, but some people are just like, messing around and not really serious about it. So,
Yeah,
and then if you guys
this
have
is
like a
my
lockbox, do
approach.
you get that code out to them? I don't. I vet them. I look at their Facebook stuff like that just to make sure, So,
I'm pretty direct. How many properties have you bought in the area? Great.
okay.
You share an address so I can make sure that I can get this verified with my team. Then I look at their LLC. So you're 123, Main Street Buyer LLC. Okay, great. I get them on the phone and then I ask them pretty direct questions. And if they're like, well, I don't want to do that because I'm like, well, this is just part of my process. See, and the reason why is because I talk to hundreds of buyers every week, and the ones that can't give me an address or aren't willing to work with me, it's just tough to do business with them. So, and it's okay if you're new and you're trying to do this on you're trying to figure this out. It's okay. I've been in your shoes before. It's, it's okay if you're new. I've worked with new buyers. Here's my process. And typically what I do is I got to make sure you're real. Right now, I'm not looking to JV with wholesalers, and I'm not looking for land contract buyers. I'm looking for somebody that can close within 7 days, and it's got to be cash and hard money. And that's who I'm looking for. So if that's not you, it's okay. I can keep you on my buyers list. Yeah. So that's how I do it. I ask for an address that they bought. And if they haven't bought anything, then you're probably dealing with somebody that's very new. You still want to keep them in the loop if they're learning, if they're learning, I'd be like, well, I'm learning from some great mentors. Send them our way and we can teach them and you get a 10% referral. But if they're just like I deal with buyers a lot because Facebook Marketplace, I'm the only one in the company that has it that's operating it, and I help with the dispo side. But try that approach, Mike. It's just flat out asking them, what properties have you bought in the area? Can you give me an address? This is part of my process. I got to make sure you're real, you know, and want to work with you.
Okay. Gotcha.
I deal with it too. Typically, the wholesaler is asking, hey, what do you think the ARV is? I'm like, you got to do your own due diligence. I'm not going to do that for you. I'm like, what do you think the rehabs needed? Do you get that a little bit from true buyers? And I'm like, look, I've got pictures in here, and I can share that with you, but I don't know what your model is for construction. Are you a GC? Are you managing your subs? So that factors in to what the rehab cost is going to be. I do know that it's going to need a lot of cosmetics. You can see in the pictures, and then typically what happens is like, then they say, well, hey, do you want to do a JV? Because they're looking numbers from you because they want to go and put that out in the market yourself. The real buyers are going to be like, when can I see it? Is there flexibility on price? I'm a cash buyer. And Then you ask them, okay, great. You've been buying properties there in the area. What properties have you been buying? Do you look do you flip them? Do you hold them? Awesome. Can you send me some examples? Because it helps me to kind of understand what you're buying, and I don't want to waste your time. Because I know there's a lot that goes through underwriting. So if I'm giving you an address that just doesn't make sense, you're wasting your time. Mike, I hope that helps. And if you have any other questions, just put them in the chat or put them in our Facebook chat.
Okay, thank you.
I
Appreciate
used to be so uncomfortable asking people for proof of funds
Yeah.
until my time was wasted so much that you just stop caring anymore. It's like, it is so straightforward. The reason RJ says I'm pretty direct is because we've had our time wasted time and time again, bro. Buyers, renters, it's like this is not, there's no fear of like, hey, you gotta prove performance or funds legitimately. And if anyone gives any flack about this stuff, it's like you ain't the buyer. This is all bullshit, man.
Hey
So
Dave, how do you prove proof of funds? I mean, like, what are you looking for from the
you
seller
got
or
a
the buyer?
laptop in front of you, pull up your bank account and just take a picture with your cell phone of your balance or whatever account you're going to use. I don't need to see your account numbers. What are you talking about? You don't even need to print anything out. Pull out your
Okay.
phone right now and shoot me a picture of how much is in the account. I just got to show it to my investors. I'm not the bad guy. Don't kill the messenger. This is my approach with the sellers. Hey, I got the finance department. Woof, they're making me offer low. RJ can say the same stuff with a buyer. It's like, oh, well, we work with investors. I mean, we're not going to like let you see properties and stuff if you can't even show that you got the money. So it's just got to be anything. It could be a picture, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Another thing too is when we have no idea who this person is and it's a new buyer, is we make sure we tell them, especially if we're trying to wholesale it and they're going through the property, and if the owner is there in the property, we tell them up front, like, look, we've got this property, clouded down at the county with an affidavit or memorandum or whatever it is. And we do that because we protect our interest in this deal. And also because we've been doing this a long time to know that sometimes there's always someone bad in a bunch of buyers and they've tried to go behind our back. Not saying that's you though, but just letting you know that we've already done that. Then they're like, okay, well, you know, I'm not gonna try and talk to the seller and try to go behind your back.
Which we did have recently on the Manhattan property. These people still are scumbags out there. Some of them. So you got to protect your interest in shit. Straight up. Luckily, we're getting that deal done, and luckily that seller has integrity because he told me he's like, yeah, that buyer was ready to stroke me a check right now. He was trying to pry to see what we were in contract for. These crazy people, man. We got to fight the good fight out here. This ain't. We got to protect ourselves, guys. All right, Linda, I'm getting seasick over there. You on a boat?
I'm sorry. What's my name called?
How can I help you?
No, I'm good. I'm still in communication with that lady who had this. She's got this 4 rentals too. I'm interested in, but it's kind of odd. She communicates through a Yahoo Mail, but it comes to me as a text. I've asked her a couple times if we can have a conversation, but she continues to, communicate that way. But I think I'm going to reach out and see if I can actually walk one of the one I'm mostly interested in, hopefully tomorrow or this weekend sometime. She's unfortunately already started to do research.
Listen, I keep referencing because I'm on the phone with sellers a lot. It takes me about 16 minutes to get a contract over the phone. I can get them. It takes me about 40 minutes to walk them through the digital signing platform of like, okay, here's what we're going to do. Look, I got it right here. Here's my notes when I'm on the phone with the seller. Click view document. Okay, in the lower right, you see the orange box? Martha, you see that? Okay, click that. Yeah, the orange box, click that. Okay, click adopt signature, sign, share back. This is a 40-minute process right here. So yeah, when talking to people who don't know how to use technology, get ready for that. This is the game we play. but it beats the alternative of going to the freaking property, driving to the Canal or wherever we're buying houses, Washington Courthouse. You know,
And when you spend time with them, they appreciate
they
that.
love you.
They're not going anywhere.
They love you.
They're not going
Yeah.
anywhere.
I don't want to give her an offer without seeing the inside. I can see the outside.
Absolutely give an offer. Just make it a low ball. Say, I have to get this thing signed before I can inspect it. That's my permission slip. I need a contract.
How can I offer it if I don't know what it needs?
Because
You
this
ask
is
them-
the
you ask them a
process that we
question.
teach, Linda. Go ahead.
You ask them like, hey, have you updated your kitchen in a while?
Right. And that's where I'm not,
And-
I don't want to go back and forth in text. I want to have a conversation.
Oh,
with
you got to have a conversation with them.
I
Yeah.
know.
Definitely,
Yes, I
definitely
understand.
contact them. And if you can't, then there's times that you got to meet them face to face. That's odd that she's Yahooing you and then it's messaging you.
You got to
Yeah.
get on the phone.
She's like sending you a fax and it's going through as a message. I don't know.
It's like Dan
Anything.
Kennedy. Dan Kennedy
Anything.
only takes faxes, not emails. It's like, what the fuck?
But
Time management.
yeah.
Linda, but you do understand the process that we do, that we put things in contract before the inspection. You do get that part because you could always renegotiate the contract.
Oh, yeah. But I want to see it, or at least, walk it myself. I'd like to.
Yes, but do you understand the process? I just want to make sure you get that we put them in contract before the walkthrough.
For the walkthrough or the inspection? When you say inspection?
Both. Anything, any type of viewing of the property, it is going to serve you. I'm just letting you know. This is how we do it. We put them in contract before any eyes go on the property.
So would I say, okay, based upon, the pictures I've seen online, this and my what I'm guessing the ARV, this is what I can offer without
Yep.
seeing. So can we meet up and,
Yeah, so you get it signed, Linda. Dave will say it differently than I do, but it's like, this allows me to get the process started.
okay.
As long as everything that you're saying with the repairs that's needed, which, you told me the kitchen needs updated, there's a good roof, blah, 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 blah. This is the agreement that allows me to even get to your house. And I just want to verify everything.
Okay.
Then that's it. So if you could pull up your email, I already sent it to you because you already gave me your email. And then you kind of have to walk them through the process of opening up the email, clicking on open here, and then signing at like the page. We have a 2-page contract, right, Dave? It's like a 2-pager.
No, 1 page. 1 page
One
for
page.
cash deals, 2 page for peps.
Yeah. So 1-pager, super simple.
Okay.
And if you want to see some of that in action, it's the Monday call with Dave.
Yeah.
There's also actually a explanation of it in our Skool module. But this is good news. You're gonna buy what, 2 properties maybe, hopefully?
Yeah, at least one. I'm more interested in one than the other. Yeah.
Maybe Jenny can buy the other one.
It's, like Andy's on here, he has his neighborhood in Lancaster that he wants to focus on. This is one of those neighborhoods where I'm not so sure.
President's last name street, right?
Yep.
Harrison.
Garfield.
If there is a way to help her though, and she wants to get rid of it and you got a good deal and there's a spread, that could be some leverage for you to, get more than one property, wholesale the one, keep the one.
That's true. The tenants have been in the duplex since 2019. She's given me what they pay. So I've got to crunch the numbers on that. And, maybe I just hold on to it just to maybe she'll take a package deal and then I can just exit the duplex.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, thanks so much. I'm going to see if I can actually get her on the phone.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Linda. That's the next step.
Yeah.
All right.
You tell her you're a serious buyer and you get this shit. Are you prepared to send a contract digitally to a seller?
I can be. I have not signed up for DocuSign yet, so that should be my homework this weekend.
Should be, or we're only getting flimsy here. We were on such a good roll on Monday with you.
I'm
You
still
had momentum. We're marching the ball down the field. Come on. Can
I'm
you have it set up Monday so we can literally, we will do this. You're going to call the lady and you're going to send the contract to her on Monday's coaching call.
Oh, now you got me scared.
Well, this is called the comfort zone, and this is what we need to do if we're going to fucking win, right? We got to kill it. So let's go, Linda. This is what you paid us the big bucks for. Come on, please. I'm begging you. I just
All
want you
right.
to succeed.
You got this. You got
Yeah.
this, Linda.
All right. Thanks,
It ain't
guys.
scary, guys. It ain't scary. You know what, though? You know what? Here's something that's true. And one of my old mentors told me this. Whenever you're in your life, whenever you're feeling, whenever you don't feel at least a little bit of fear, whenever you don't, you're not pushing, that means you're not pushing the comfort zone.
Right.
So this is a good thing. And I'm not gonna bullshit you. There are times, here's my leads. Where are my leads at? I got people to call, right? This is how I work. And sometimes I still get a little nervous. I'm like, shit, gotta call Virginia back. She ain't gonna like this. You know what I mean? So I still feel it a little bit as well. I don't know that we're ever gonna not. So it's good. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Feel the fear and do it anyway. I still feel a little bit too, but we just plow through. So, all right. Let's get to Jenny's deal here because we got to go see a house. We got to create some content. We got to kick some ass.
Jenny, what's the play here? You keeping this sucker?
So 2 possibilities. I could wholesale it or I could keep it as a rental. My first thought was to keep it and rent it out, but the layout in there is a little bit goofy. I'm not sure, I'm not sure what it would take to fix that. Of the 2 bedrooms, the one is an easy fix. That's an easy fix. The second one, the roof is slanted. So if you're any taller than 5'7", you're going to hit your head in that room getting out of bed. Maybe 5'8", 5'9", but it's a little bit of a questionable and none of them have closets, but I guess with rehab, we can fix stuff.
Yeah.
I looked at Investor Base and there were some 2-bed, 1-bath flippers that we're buying at 80.
Okay.
So depending on the price of my max allowable, or depending on my offer, I could wholesale it. Or if I get it low enough, it would Rentometer has between 900 and 1,000 a month, which felt low to me for Washington Courthouse, but Zillow had 2 for rent in a 2-1 at about 1,300.
All right. And this is a different one. Where did I go? What are you stuck with on this one?
Just what to offer. So I was thinking between 65 and 70.
Okay.
I think the rehab number is at least 25, if not 30.
The pictures that I saw, is that kind of what it looks like? Or what this seller explained to you it looks like?
The pictures that you saw online.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would say it's got a good roof. It's got a new roof, somewhat new roof. I think it needs new HVAC for sure. The water's okay. They fixed a big plumbing issue recently, so if we assume that that's fixed appropriately, it needs paint, carpet, and we need to fix the layout, like the flooring. It's different in one room versus another. And like I said, that 1 bedroom is slanted. I don't know if there's anything we can do about that. And it just needs to be modernized. It needs kitchen, all the cosmetic stuff. But there's no major foundation issues that I can see.
Does it have a basement?
No basement and no garage. So it's really small and no basement, no garage. It does have a shed. And it's on a corner lot.
I like the area. Okay, so what are they asking?
He said his bare bare bone would be 65.
Hmm. Okay. Well, I think you're in the ballpark.
Yeah. He said he can't take any less than that because he owes 37 on the property and then he owes 30 on his, there's something that he wants to do with the other 30. So he needs to get 65. No less than 65. Is it?
What do you think, Dave?
Sorry, I was muted. What's his motivation in selling?
This is a second property for him. So he moved out to the country. He was renting this to a friend for
He
$1,000
owns it
bucks a
free and
month.
clear.
Yeah, he owns it. It's, yep.
And you want to be between
Oh, I'm
50
sorry.
and
Well, it's not free and clear. He has a mortgage for 37.
Okay. And you want to be between 50 and 60?
He wants to be at 65. I was between 65 and 70 before he
Write
said,
it. Write it. You got a deal. Don't say no. I mean,
Okay.
you want to be at 65. He wants to be at 65. Let's get it in contract today and then start
Okay.
the process. Let's
So-
get through there. Yeah.
would I keep this as a rental or do
Always
I?
personal. We can't comment on that. Just like Kiana's deal. Like this, the most challenging thing for us as consultants and coaches is like, I don't know what to do. But for you, I could tell you what I would do, but that's not the right answer for you. You know what I'm saying? It's a personal, I don't know how much money you have in your bank account. You could be a trust fund baby for all I know, Jenny. You're driving around. I mean, you don't need the money. I don't know, though. It's a personal decision. We can only help you, give you the analytics, give you the levels, give you the, what we're seeing as far as ARVs and rent. I mean, this is the fundamentals. What are the core four of real estate, right? ARV, purchase price, rent, rehab. That's where we come into play. So I don't know what you should do.
But that max offer, that doesn't seem like that's out of whack.
Well, listen, here's the fact. This is what RJ and I talk about behind your guys' back. For me, I'm in flip mode. I'm in flip mentality. I'm getting these things. Immediately, my emotion, which is not the right answer, my emotional answer is flip it. Put 10 grand in the bank. Put all that into the leads. Let's get you on the phones. Let's do more. RJ is like, well, Jenny's main goal is to own a rental. So he would peel that back. So
Yeah.
we're different in that regard. If you go off our emotional answer, it is not the right answer.
Okay. I got to
Yep.
figure that out for myself. Okay. That makes
Oh yeah,
sense.
get it in contract though. This is a huge win. That's what I want to focus on.
Yep.
I think
Okay.
this is something that you can do now, barring like that whole upstairs bedroom. It's drop ceilings there, so you want to see if you can raise the ceiling.
So
Yeah.
it's not even on, it's only one floor. So that really is the roof.
Oh,
coming.
I thought it was a Cape Cod. Okay, so it's all one floor. So it's like a A-frame type deal, huh?
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't know what
Well,
A-frame
see,
means, but yeah,
just the type of house. It looked like an A-frame.
it's
Basically,
goofy, the layout, but
so here's my thought on this. I like where it's situated. The house is a little bit funky,
Mhm.
and I'm seeing 2 bedrooms kind of rent out in the 1,300 over there range. Just double check and make sure they have a similar house to you, meaning that they don't have garage, there's no basement, because that would determine where your rent is coming in at. And then, reverse engineer your ARV. What do you think an ARV is over here?
I was thinking very conservatively, 123 to 125.
Okay. Let's see here.
And I can show you my comps, but actually, I'll pull it up while you're doing that.
Yeah, here it is. Okay. All right. And then you got to look at the, how they got that, how long ago it was sold, and you're looking at rehabs and how much rehab you're going to put. You said around 30-ish, smaller
Yeah.
house. Yeah. And then this is going to be an MM lending deal.
I was going to start with Kylie. Yeah.
Awesome.
Or the other thing, do you guys recommend, like, if we did this would not be the case for a rental, but if it was like if it was a flip and I had the money to do it, like in a HELOC to draw from, that interest rate is lower than what Kylie can give me. So do I do that? And then once I sell it, just pay my HELOC back? Or is that too risky?
That goes exactly back to your personal, we didn't know you had a HELOC. So of course we're telling you to work with a third party lender. We don't know.
Yeah.
I'm going for the cheaper money the whole time. It's going to be way
Yeah.
easier. It's going to be way cheaper. It's going to be way less fees. It's going to be 100%. That's how Andy's rolling in dough over there. He's got a HELOC. I'm looking for a HELOC. So yeah, that's a good move. You can move faster. Yes, that's
Right, okay.
the plan.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go get this thing locked up.
Come on, Jenny.
Get it locked up, Jenny. Take a ton of pictures also and whoever is gonna do that for you. If it's you or if it's your inspector, make sure you get a ton of photos.
Okay.
All right, and then
Awesome.
I'm seeing a sale for 41K. That's where my offer would be around 50. But at 60, I think you see, depending on the condition of this place, I think you're all right. Get it in contract. We
Okay.
might be able to renegotiate with them. Get it in contract.
Okay.
We'll be thinking about you over the weekend.
Okay. Thanks.
All right.
Burning desires.
Who's the captain? Where's the ship?
Kiana, why don't you send us out here, Kiana? We're thinking about you. It's good to see you. I love when you're here.
I don't know how to send us out.
Oh, see, you don't show up enough now.
It's only been the last month, Dave.
Well, Kiana, with that being said, I got good news and bad news for you.
Uh-huh. What
Bad news is, well, no, the bad news is time flies.
It does fly. Isn't that crazy? It does
So
fly.
the good news is that you're the pilot.
Yeah.
We'll see you later, everybody.
Bye.
See you on Monday.